And we are home with National Veterans Alliance, and I'm Deb Doherty, and we have an amazing guest today, and I'm very excited about this. We have retired Lieutenant General Frank LaBooty, and I'm going to have to read from this because there's so many wonderful things about the general that I can't even remember everything. So he is a retired U.S. Marine, and he also served on the head of the New York City Police Department's Counterterrorism Bureau, Deputy Police Commissioner, and oversaw the Department of Homeland Security Intelligence Operations as Undersecretary for Information Analysis and Infrastructure Protection. LaBooty's military career spent time in Vietnam, Japan, Korea, Kenya, Somalia, among other assignments within the United States, at which time he oversaw over 80,000 Marines. It is so great to have you here.
Thank you, ma'am.
I am
appreciate it.
Pleased that you are here.
I appreciate the intro, and I have to tell you, based on my bio, when you look at it, only my mother believes all the things in my bio. So I was privileged and honored to serve the Marine Corps for 35 years. And any success that I had, I must tell you, the credit goes to the troops and officers and civilians who I was privileged to serve. And that's the bottom line.
It is. I was like stumbling over this because I always get so excited when I see him because it's such an honor and it's such a blessing to just sit with this amazing man. So tell us about Horses and Heroes.
Sure.
What is that about?
Yeah, I'm the CEO of Horses and Heroes and chairman of the board. We bring veterans and first responders together with horses. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, but the name of the game, the three words are we educate, we connect, and we empower. And by that I mean all of the clients, the veterans and first responders come to us. We hold sessions for an hour and a half, once a week, for 8 weeks. And during that period of time, what we do more than anything else is create an environment that is soothing and healing. Most firefighters and police officers and veterans that have dealt with trauma, combat or otherwise, deal with, as I have, emotional scar tissue. And when we bring these folks together, the key words that I share with you are these. We teach horsemanship. We're all about wellness. We talk about social boundaries. We talk about dealing with one's challenges relative to your own persona. And by connecting with the horse, you learn about the horse through the teaching of Karen Woodbury, who is our equine assisted learning specialist, 30 plus years of experience with horses, and she leads our sessions. And the key point here is to understand horse behavior, the reaction of the horse relative to how the client responds to the horse. And the takeaway, it's transformational, because what the client, first responder and veteran learns about themselves. And in learning about themselves, they take those values with them within their personal lives and in dealing with colleagues and friends. And that's what we're all about. Let me read you my mission statement. The mission statement of Horses and Heroes is as follows. It is a gentle, empowering personal development in the lives of veterans and first responders, helping them to connect to the community through the benefits of equine-assisted learning. So it's really about love and partnership. And I can't say much more than that, except I've been through the program myself.
Have you?
Absolutely. I was a lucky guy in Vietnam and in Somalia. I was wounded 3 times in Vietnam in a single day. And if it weren't for the troops who saved my life and shot me with morphine and threw me on a helicopter, I might not be around today. So I have great love in my heart for the troops and always have. And I've dealt with my own emotional scar tissue and went through the program over 2 years ago when it was located and run by other folks and at a different location. But what I gained from that was a sense of being in the moment, being in the present. Horses don't deal with the past or the future. They deal in the moment.
Right.
And that connectivity that we try to teach and encourage in terms of the relationship with the horse and the veteran or first responder is what it's all about. And the empowerment piece comes after what I call therapy. We don't teach therapy, but therapy indeed occurs when the horse and the human being connect.
Right, yeah.
It's much like what you do, Deb, with, your wonderful organization, DDS for Vets, paying lots of money to train dogs, turning the dogs over to veterans that are dealing with issues.
Right.
And I applaud you and I thank you for all the great work you've done over the years. God bless you.
Well, thank you. And we went ahead and we have partnered with Horses and Heroes too, and Wounded Warrior Relief. We're a resource center, the DDS for Vets, and we were so blessed to go ahead and to meet Frank, because exactly it was with the horses and the calming. And I actually went to one of your events just to see what it was about, and it's amazing. I was actually watching some of the veterans, and you could just tell even the expression on their face or the body language. They just calmed down. I mean, immediately.
We talk about communications, and the communications that we talk about in this dynamic enterprise is body language, as opposed to lots of talk. And the horses pick up on your attitude and your emotions whenever you're with them. And that again is part of the healing effort that we believe occurs. I know it has occurred for me. And if you watch a group of veterans or first responders during their first week or so, they are standoffish relative to connecting with the horse. But through Karen's great work and coaching, after the second, third week, all of a sudden there's this tremendous energy that is created between the horse and the veteran or first responder.
Yeah.
And at the end of 8 weeks, the veterans are walking the horses, they're bridling the horses.
Are they?
They're touching the horses, learning what part of the horse they should touch to get the best response.
Oh, wow.
And I don't like to use the word magical, but it is transformational.
I understand what you're saying, because it has to be almost like a science to it. Because I know, like with our trainers, Mike Lorraine and Mike Colton, I mean, to me, it's training the dog would be probably simple, but there actually is just such a psychology to it.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing. And the same thing what you were saying with the horses.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, you're a veteran, and obviously, and what is it that we can do, because you all don't like to ask for help. And the thing is that I know with the PTSD too, they don't want to announce it, and I understand that. But we're here, and with your program and the different resources I have, we have, when I say solutions, we have solutions that will help to be
it's
able
all
to
about
manage the
it's
PTSD.
all about wellness. It's the tender love and care approach towards wellness. And if done correctly, and you get engagement that is connectivity with the veterans and first responders, or with your folks, then you start to see the healing process.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey.
Oh, yes.
And it takes time, and it takes partnership.
Right.
That's a key word, the partnership between the client, the first responder, and the veteran, and the horse. And it's an amazing thing to experience. As I said, I've been through it myself, and it works.
And I think that's what makes it nice, because you have been through it, so that when you're talking to others, you can relate to them.
Yes.
I think it's very hard we only can imagine what it was like.
Right.
But to be in the boots and to experience everything that you have,
Right.
along with the other military guys, you have that almost like a shop talk. You both know.
There's
how to
an
communicate.
incredible bonding
Yeah.
within military units.
Yeah, that's one thing I've learned.
I go
It's
to
amazing.
reunions of my Vietnam guys.
Do you?
I go to reunions for the folks that I went through officer candidate school with. And it is an amazing, uplifting, impressive relationship that we've had over the years. You don't see people for 10 or 15 years and you see them and it's like no time has passed.
Yeah.
Why? Because there's a nexus based on all of that you've learned and your commitment to each other, to one another, and to our country that is bonding.
Right.
And it bonds you heart and soul. It's not just a social relationship, it's much deeper than that. And
It's amazing.
again, for me, this is like what you do. It's a noble cause. It's
Yeah.
making a difference. And if we can help veterans and first responders who live in the community to be their best personality, their best in all things they do,
Right.
then they'll contribute to the community by virtue of their wellness and their sense of foundation. And that's what it's all about.
Exactly. Exactly. Let me ask you, when is your next session with Horses and Heroes? So how does a veteran learn about this as far as what are the dates or, and what is the process for them to go through?
Yeah, the easiest way really is to suggest to anyone who's interested to go to our website. And our website is hhsef.org. Or you can call me personally, Frank Libuti,
Okay.
256-529-7642.
Okay.
And we will chat with you. The value of the relationship we have now from the get-go was that we connected with the Veteran Hospital in West Palm Beach.
Great.
And they have folks that are under their care there, that are being counseled. And we connected with them and said, do you have folks that you think we could help? And they offered those folks to us. And that's the steady
Oh,
stream
good.
of veterans that come to us through the VA in West Palm. We
Great.
also connected with the Banyan Treatment Center in Stewart. It's a treatment center.
Yep, yep.
They also have veterans. We connected with them and asked the same question. Do you think it would be of value to your program to invite veterans to join our groups? And they said yes.
Oh, wow. I'm
So-
going to get with you on that later. for
So
sure.
again, the best way is Google us up,
Okay.
hhsef.org, or call me. If you go to the website, you'll see an area where you can push as a volunteer or, excuse me, that you want to participate in the sessions.
Okay,
And the
great.
sessions normally run 4 days a week
Okay.
for an hour and a half.
And this is in Stewart? Palm City?
It is in Palm City.
Palm City?
We have 3 horses and we have stables out there.
Okay, super. And what else do you do besides Horses and Heroes, and you're on the board, and but he's retired, so this is how a retired person lives. So tell us about all the different boards and
Yeah.
committees you're on.
I'm chairman of the board of a company I was the CEO of up in New Jersey, Renaissance Global Services.
Okay.
And I go up there frequently as I am required to as chairman of the board. I'm also on the Indian River State College Foundation Board, and I'm on 5 committees in that organization. I belong to the Stewart Chamber of Commerce, and I also belong to the Hope Sound Chamber of Commerce, plus all of the activities in support of Horses and Heroes. I spend a lot of time raising money and networking. It's about $100,000 a year to run our organization.
Indeed.
And I'm not a great fundraiser. I hate asking people for money. But what I've learned is I have to do that to sustain our operation.
And the
We have
thing-
to pay for the horses, the
Yep.
veterinarian services, the feed, and the care
Right.
for the horses. And
But I think at the end of the day, you're just like me. It's all about the veteran.
the
That's
bottom
what
line
it is. That's
is,
that's what it is.
the-
Nothing else matters.
right,
We're here to help that
the,
veteran.
the heart of the
period.
program for us, horses and heroes.
Yes,
And the heroes are the first responders and the veterans.
that's right.
And Karen teaches and coaches so that they learn and understand horsemanship.
Yep.
I
Thank
could
you.
go away, but that program, as I have outlined, would be the heart of what we do.
Yep.
And as I've said repeatedly, heart and soul, taking care of the troops, helping them with their lives and with their families, making a better existence for them in the community so they can contribute wholeheartedly and feel confident in what they're doing.
Well, you're certainly a blessing to many, and such an inspiration to so many. And we thank you for coming in today. So please, Horses and Heroes, find out about it. Go to that website and check it out. And if you know of any veteran that needs assistance, you can contact Frank, or you can go ahead and contact me. We have partnered up together, DDS for Vets. And again, it's all about the veterans. And thank you again.
Well, my pleasure.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, and thanks the staff here for giving me some airtime to talk about something near and dear to my heart, Horses and Heroes of Southeast Florida. So I'll just say thank you. God bless you all. God bless our veterans, and God bless our beloved country.
That's right.
Hoorah.
Hoorah. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.